Welcome back to another Invincible Guarding the Globe game video. So today's video, ATOME EVE, is out. To be more specific, a new variant of ATOME EVE is out, the Armored variant. So Fortress of Eve event is here. It is going to be here for the next 3 days and 23 hours. That is basically meaning it's how it always is. So it's going to be ending on Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So ATOME EVE Armored is now available to join your roster. Suited up to face conquest, she combined her reality warping powers with reinforced armor built to withstand the fiercest attacks. Head to the shop now and add ATOME EVE Armored to your team. Artifact passes out for the, what's it called? Flaxen Jetpack as well. Because I remember I mentioned before it wasn't here when it should have been released, but it is here now. I think it came out yesterday, so hope you've been getting some stuff. I have no progress yet whatsoever because I didn't buy it. Yeah, check it out. So events. Okay. Fortress of Eve. So we already read this part. This is pretty much the standard. So collect GD event chips from the limited time GD event monitoring the Earth. Check out the also limited time event shop and use those GD event chips to try to recruit her. Head to the shop now and add ATOME EVE Armored to your team. So, of course, just like every brand new hero, I say it every single time. We have the event shop. We have their event op, and then there's also their event Cecil's Nightmare. But really quickly, since I did already collect this, but I didn't start it, we're going to check out the op. So the enemies are all Viltrumites. So let me actually go and grab units for this. One moment. So I'm going to be putting in Alan because he does get benefits from facing off against not of this earth tags, and they are not even not of this earth. Regardless, Adam is my best tank, so I'm still going to put him in there. Obviously, put you in there. I'm going to throw ATOME EVE and Rex to get the team buff for ATOME EVE, and also because Rex gives the team crit chance increase for facing off against evaders, and of course, Doxasmic. Because Doxasmic is just amazing when it comes to facing off against Viltrumites. All right. Now that we have that, let's see here. So, back to the event thing. And we're going to check out the event shop. So, just like every other event shop, ATOME EVE, or Armored ATOME EVE, is its defenders. So, what that means is that every single character in the event shop will be of the same faction. So, we have Blue Suit Mark, Agent Spider, Darkwing 2, Green Ghost, Red Rush, War Woman, ATOME EVE, Omni-Man, and Invincible. And then for the rares, your food, Slapback Kid, Omni-Man, Aquarius, Martian Man, Darkwing, and commons, it's whatever. So let's try and see if we can get at least nice an elite. All right, we still got one more try. Sadly, did not get him, but that is fine. I'm aiming primarily for the level up, right? So the biggest thing I would say when it comes to the event shops with new characters or maybe other similar events is that you're going to want to try your best to level up your shop. So you could you could pull on every single character. It probably level up the fastest, but it's not the most efficient for your currency. So instead, try and make use of your refreshers if you have them. And if you've seen Elite, try and go for it. I'm obviously not getting lucky. That is pretty embarrassing for a showcase, but you want to try and get an Elite character as much as you can because they obviously give you the most. Even if you're using them for food, it's easier to use them for food than it would be to use a rare character, which I believe you need like 6 copies of. No, wrong. You need 9 copies of to get just a 1 elite copy. Whereas an elite is just an elite flat out. So even though I didn't grab this, it's fine. We did get level up, and we're here to check out the ATOME EVE character, right? So ATOME EVE Armored is an elite character, of course, and she's actually praised the devs at last. We have a Earth's Defender. We have never had a tank for the Earth's Defenders. So ATOME EVE is the very first. And the design looks pretty sick, I'll be honest. So let's see, HP is 5.07 thousand, attack 1.75 thousand, and defense is at 802.34. So this variant is actually the highest, uh, or the second highest defense out of every single tank in the game. He is just below Allen, who I believe sits at 831 base defense, but that's all right. So Tag, obviously Earth's Defender, so she does more damage to Worlds Beyond, takes more damage from criminals. Her speed is medium. Tags are human, team, melee, flying, and last line of defense. And she is, of course, combat style melee. Her hero dossier by Cecil reads, "People are full of surprises. I didn't know ATOME EVE had it in her, but when Mark needed her, she really stepped up. The Viltrumite conquest had beaten the piss out of Invincible, and so ATOME EVE did everything she could to save him. Using every ounce of her energy and power, ATOME EVE constructed armor for herself and stopped pulling her punches. For a while, she had conquest on the ropes, but you could tell she was doing what she was doing was taking a lot out of her. In a war of attrition, don't bet against the Viltrumite. We all thought conquest had killed Adam and Eve, but thank God there are still miracles in this world." So yeah, if you didn't watch, I guess season 3, yeah, I mean that's a bit of a spoiler, but it's all right. Majority have. So let's check out her abilities here, right? Matter Arsenal. Adam Eve swings a massive pink matter hammer around her, dealing 200% of her defense as damage to all nearby enemies, sending them for 3 seconds. She then strikes each enemy with pink matter spears, dealing 250% of her base attack damage. This ability comes with, I guess, 2 damage instances, and it'll also come with a 3-second stun. Not too bad. Anti-ranged shield. At the start of the wave, melee allies gain a shield equal to 300% of Adam Eve's defense, protecting them from range attacks for 5 seconds. Could be really good. Could be really good. Although the majority of characters from what I've seen are melee, there are a few scary ranged characters, but they can still be useful, I guess. Yeah, they can still be useful. Alright, so Spike Ball. Atomy flies down to the ground, generating a spiked energy sphere around her that pulls in 2 enemies and deals 420% of her defense as damage upon impact. She then gains a shield that reflects 10% of any damage received for 10 seconds. Cooldown is 20 seconds. Again, so again, not another bad, or Jesus, what am I even saying? I'm so sick. I'm sorry, but it's still a really good ability, I think, just because of the fact that it will pull in at least 2 enemies. And then also she gains a damage reflection shield, so it's already not too bad. And then Eve's Rebirth. Once per battle, when Adam Eve's HP drops to 1%, she restores 30% of her maximum HP and fires an infinite beam in her. What does that mean? In her target's direction, dealing 10% of her max HP as true damage to all enemies hit. She is then stunned for 3.5 seconds. So she's got not a stun, but she's got a pull, bounce back, true damage. Did I already say stun? I don't know if I did. I put stun and shield against ranged attackers. I don't think I don't think she's anything crazy for a defender, but she's definitely not the worst in my opinion. I mean, because obviously Lucan holds that spot. No one's moving Lucan, but I don't know. I don't know. He's a bit iffy for me right now, especially because this final ability does stun her for 3.5 seconds, and the yeah, dealing 10% of her max HP. So her max HP here at base is going to be 5.07 thousand. I think she actually has the second or third, although I'm pretty sure it's the second lowest HP out of every tank in the roster. Second highest defense, but I believe she has the second lowest HP. Now, that doesn't matter all too much for this ability. You could still obviously buff it and whatever, but I don't know. A bit iffy for me. And then, of course, we have to check out the store. So, why? You're going to skip all of this. All right, unless you're an absolute whale, skip all of this. They are never worth it, in my opinion. I will say you want to head down here. If you have the gems for every hero release event, from what I've known so far and tested myself, uh, you're gonna need around, I think it's like 16,000 gems if you have it, in order to fully like purchase every bundle that you see that requires gems, if you have them, of course. So the first thing I will always recommend when you are trying to spend gems for a hero event, which gives you a significant boost. First things first, you want to go down here. If you have at least 1,000 gems, you should grab. You should always grab a strong start. Why? It's a one-time purchase. Well, not one-time purchase, but it's a limit of one. You're going to buy one time. 1,000 gems for 3 access cards. Why do you want the security clearance stuff, right? Because it'll give you more chances to do the op, which will grant you pink chips and gray chips. Pink chips are your currency used to purchase characters in the event shop. Gray chips are your currency to refresh a shop. So, I'm gonna grab that real quick. And then, of course, following that, the other special offer right here, 1,200 gems. You can buy it only 5 times. You have a limit of 5 purchases for this one, but it'll give you access card, gray chips, pink chips. Now, it takes at least, sorry about that. It takes at least 250 pink chips to fully purchase an entire shop, or I think it's 225 if you do the purchase all. But this is always a really good deal, just because it gives you so many refreshes, access card for even more chances of getting refreshes, along with the pink chips, which it gives you a lot of already for just purchasing characters. All right, so I was at 33,000 point something. I'm already down about 4K. So last thing I'd always say, yep, if you still have the gems, it would be this right here. So the limit of 10, you could buy it 10 times, 400 gems for the clearance, or I just call them access cards. Why? Back again, GA op. Doing this will just give you, in a way, currency. So it's 400 gems for the op. And it's basically like you're also buying the pink chips and gray chips, because the access card will just generate that for you when you're doing the op. It's more chances to get even more stuff. Of course, with also leveling up the shop to then increase your rewards. It's just really good. Now these last two, there is no limit. You can purchase these as much as you want if you have the gems. I wouldn't recommend it, because 450 gems for only 3 rolls or 3 pulls isn't really that worth it. But if you see a character that you want, or you see the event character in the shop, or if you just think that you're close to getting the character you really want to slash the event character, I say go for it. Don't buy it too much. It is way too expensive. It's too taxing on your gems for very little in return. Just do it if it's a last resort and you just, like I said, you see the character that you want, then go for it. Refreshes are a lot cheaper. 80 gems for 5 refreshes is not bad. If you really need the refreshes, I would say you should probably grab this over this. So great chips over the pink chips, but that's just me from my experiences. And then, like I said earlier, the rest of these are pretty expensive. I would not recommend doing this. And since the event is here for the next 4 days, don't forget to check back on the event deals in the store, because during the event, there will be other chances for you to get other bundles that are limited time. So there's like, I think, happy hour deals and other special offers that you don't want to miss, because they are sometimes really, really good. And they don't require money. They will be gems. So I know that they will do some that require money, but just focus on the gems. That's all we're focusing on. And earlier, when I said 16,000, I didn't mean for just this purchase right here. This purchase alone was just a little over 11,000 gems. Maybe exactly 11,000 gems because I started at 33,000. So 11,000 gems just to purchase all of that. And that is just about it, right? So we were to look over ATOME EVE. I didn't get lucky, but okay, so we got one more pull and then two more refreshes. Just from a level one, doing my op the first time. Could have been better, could have been worse, and I think it's frozen. So let me restart. Yeah, it just crashed on me. Didn't even register that I grabbed it, but yeah. So for one access card so far at level one for the op, I got to wave 35, and we were able to get one extra one extra pull at 86 chips. It takes 50 for one pull, so 86 is one technically, and then two refreshes. It's not too bad. Now, of course, we are able to level it up and increase the odds. Yeah, that's cool. What's over here? That is going to be everything for. Oh, there it is. So another new bundle just popped up. Like I said before, I am going to grab it. Just make sure you're always checking back, just in case. That is a very good one. 400, and took even more gems out of me, but it's fine. All right, I'm definitely going to end it there at this point. So, just want to say, if you liked, please let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below with any questions or feedback. I do read every single comment and do my best to answer any questions you might have to the best of my ability. And please subscribe if you want to see more. Motivates me to make more videos for you guys. But with that, if you stayed to the end, really hope you enjoyed. Have fun with the event. I think she's a pretty good character. I'm excited the fact that she's the first Earth defender, right? Earth defenders finally have a tank, but we'll see, right? But yeah, that's everything. So with that, once again, really hope you enjoyed. Let me know, and till then, I will see you next time. Later. Oh, and of course, take care. I don't know if I said that. All right, take care. Later.